What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Jones on this gloomy day. The first episode is out with the boy Chris Reed, DeAnthony Martin. Altitude knows him. And I got another episode coming this morning with my homegirl, Ashley Mangani, dope photographer. Like I said, I got the homeboy Altitude. Do your thing, bro. Break down the intro.
Man, IamAltitude representing Building Narrow Minds, the hip hop workshop, renovating minds one rhyme at a time. Honored to be on, my homie's platform, the podcast, show about nothing podcast with my brother, Tony Jones. So yeah, man, we just here to, chop it up. It's been a long time coming. We ain't done one of these.
Man, oh no, it's been a while. It's been a long time.
Oh yeah,
it's
been a nice little minute.
Oh, you're wrong.
It's nice and brisk outside, like it's a little nippy, that's why we got the hoodie game all squared up out here eating some. I don't know if y'all can see these. Hold up. See that right there?
Chili mangoes.
Spiced chili mangoes, bro. With some hot tea. You know what I'm saying? Like look at this. Look at this. Let's get lost.
Man,
let's wander, travel, adventure, all that.
You got one of those 10 mugs or the glass mug?
Nah, I got this joint from Whole Foods when I was in Denver. I saw this mug. I bought it.
Yeah, I want one of them 10 mugs and them like army mugs and the coffee cups like that. I seen
that. Yeah.
But yeah, man, what's been going on with you, bro? Like this Rona been having us all locked up. You ain't been doing nothing. What's really going on?
Yeah, nah, man. It's just been working on my craft, working, saving money, chilling, staying in the house.
That's how we can.
Yeah, man. Like other than work, just staying in the crib, man. Can't perform nowhere. So, just really been trying to write and get like keep the creative juices flowing during this, this time of hardship for everybody. So it is what it is. Yeah, what about you?
Same, man. Just been trying to stay creative, recording stuff, listening to beats, writing more. I'm actually gonna sing something over probably today so you can hear it. Man, it's noisy over there, bro. You're going strong over there.
You said what?
Hey, all that noise in the background kind of strong over there.
Oh yeah, is it too loud?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me go in the crib. Hold up. I'm trying to get an
Oh yeah. He froze.
Yeah, it's a little windy about it. About to take y'all inside.
My boy with the new crib, the new space.
Hey. Hold on one second. Oh yeah. We in the new digs,
Yeah.
Got the studio set up in here and everything. So yeah, man.
Can't wait to come over and kick it.
Yeah, man. I gotta have you over at the stew pot, man. It's been too long.
Oh yeah. And I was telling people that folks that like I was so hurt that we missed out on so much money this year because normally, when spring hit, it's Altitude's birthday, then my birthday, God's birthday hit. Then by the time Altitude's birthday hit, we in the good vibe showcases, them dropping, and then come December we got the Snow Jams joint, the Christmas show, the end of the year joint, and we making money hand over fist for like months, and all that was just like no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, all that stuff.
No show money. Man. I'm hurt. Man. But how has Corona affected you, bro? Like the last time we kicked it was literally on your birthday. Like your birthday, you said, yo, we going to the arcade for your birthday. We linked up. That's when the whole thing started stirring up a little bit. But it's gonna be all right. We gonna be good. We was all like, man, it ain't gonna hit Dallas like that. Then that joint hit. We like,
right.
Dang. That was the last bit of fun
Man, for real. Man, I done let a gnat up in this joint. It's like you ever just like lock your eyes on a gnat, you be like, oh, if I could get to you right now. Like, boy,
You lucky I'm on the damn podcast.
man, yeah. Oh yeah. He got ample opportunity to get out of here before the show over.
I know. So man,
But after that, yeah, he's mine.
so how have you been staying creative, man? Like what's been keeping you motivated, like to continue writing and keeping everything just how keeping you sane and everything? What's been going on? Like how you been staying the
Man,
upper spirits?
A lot of meditation, brother. Like a lot of meditating, a lot of writing. Like what's really been keeping me in a solid state of mind is that I haven't really been focused on anything outside of what I can control. Right. So I can't control when places are going to open back up again. I can't control when we don't have to wear masks again. I can't control, like what the government does or, anything like that, like our presidency situation and all that. But what I can control is me, my family, like my living space, my situation, everything like that. Take care of like the intimate things that are personal to me, right, and go from there. And so that's just what I've been doing, on that front. So like for me, it's basically been like not worrying about the outside world, like focusing on like, okay, what can I control? What can Jeff control? What can Altitude control? And then go from there. Right. And other than that, it's like, because once you start getting in a space where you're focused on like what everybody else is doing and you're not concentrating on you, that's when you start to break down. That's when you start to go crazy. That's when you start feeling like, woe is me, the world is against me and everything like that. And it's like, nah, it's not the case. Like, stop worrying about things that you can't control and focus on what's in your power. Like what can you do, and then do that. So that's how I've been staying creative. I've just been like keeping my mind clear of things. So working, creative, writing, recording, and yeah, freestyling, listening to beats. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's what I've been doing, trying to gear up for this album. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it right there.
Like, yeah, I'm ready for that album. I'm on that album, y'all. If y'all don't know, I'm on that album.
Oh yeah. The bro is on it. He killed his verse.
I tried, man. I tried.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, it's just like, say for me, like I've been like really creative, and I've been thinking about like, fun fact, ever since I got my own home studio, I've been calling Jeff more than I normally do. Like, bro, all this recording stuff is new to me. Like, what do I do? It's like, it's hard to, when I first got my equipment, I'm gonna record. Before I'm recording every day. I'm gonna be doing this, I'm doing that. Soon I got it. None of that. I was like, man, I'll record tomorrow. But now I'm like, I hit up.
That is the one downfall about having a studio in your crib, bro. Like something you'd be like, man, like now that I got easy access to it because you was hungry. So that's another thing. That's another topic. It's like, how do you stay motivated when you have easy access to it?
Man,
like what keeps you motivated?
Me? No lie, I hear your voice in my brain, bro. Like when I hear Jeff like, why aren't you doing something? I know.
Home yet.
What you say? What you say?
Oh no, go ahead.
I hear your voice like, yo, I know if I'm not doing something, Jeff is gonna get on me. He's gonna, why aren't you writing? Why aren't you writing what you're doing? Like there was a point in time where Jeff called me after I did a project. He called me, all right, man, it's been like 3 months, man. What's going on? Man, like he hit me. I'm like, yo, what you doing, bro? You ain't been in the studio in a minute, dog. What's going on? I didn't get to work. So even in my recording, I'm like, all right, what would Jeff say if I'm slacking on this verse? Like before I send him anything, I I do like 100 of takes. I gotta send this to Jeff, because if I send something to Jeff and he don't like it, he gonna tell me. He has, he has, he has, and it don't feel good. It don't feel good. And like, damn, you think you hitting them with your hardest ball? Like,
it's my best verse.
Or this is my best beat. Damn.
Yeah, man. Hey, never forget when you tried to hit me with the Traveler's Diary, the first beat, man.
That's my favorite. That's the funniest. I can't let that go. That's the funniest story.
That ain't it. That ain't it.
Y'all don't know what we talk about. The videos on my YouTube channel. It's the Traveler's Diary. We talk about the song, so y'all got to go watch that. But yeah, it's like I just try to stay as motivated like as possible. Like, cause I know you're recording and writing. I know God's recording and writing. I know C3's recording and writing. Like, I got to keep up with my bros. I got to keep up with what they're doing, even though our styles are totally different, but we all compliment each other. Well, I was just talking to
and my land been in her bag too, knocking stuff out.
Man, let me tell you. Once she snaps, it's a wrap for everybody. R&B. It's like once she gets into the bag, like I'm about to F up everything. I don't think.
When she dropped that first album, ooh, I'm ready for that one.
Cause she be making beats, DJing. Man,
it's singing like she just got to put the whole package together.
Man, and it's like that's what motivates, because I see what everybody else is doing. I don't want to. It's like a team. It's like I look at it like a football team. You got a quarterback, a wide receiver, a tight end. Our offense is loaded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Offense is loaded. It's like we just gotta go out, win these games. And for me, winning games at these shows that we put together, it's like every time we knock one out, it's like good luck, good compliment. Okay, we won that one, won another one. And at the end of the year, Snow Jam, that's the Super Bowl for us. We undefeated. We've been winning every year. But like now, it's like personally, like, man, it's like we can't do nothing. Like that's what slows me down. And I think you said it best too, where if you can't come out of this quarantine, this Corona stuff, not doing, like, without nothing new, not without learning something about yourself or did something. And I think you told me you've been studying Japanese more now or something. Didn't you tell me that like a few weeks ago?
Oh yeah. Like, we got the Japanese books on deck, under the coffee table. We reading these bad boys every day. You know what I'm saying? We got our Japanese dictionary here, translating the words and whatnot. Then, of course, beginner's course, Japanese,
Right on.
Yeah, man. That's what we're working on.
And if
man. Like, man, my dream is, man, like one day I just want to move out this country, man. Like I want to be gone. That's my dream. Like further down the road, like no time soon, but for sure, like it's like I will live in another country at some point in my life. And right now it's seeming like Japan for sure.
So when you say leave, move out the country, you mean move out the country, raise family, married, kids, family, or just solo, just a personal thing you want to do?
That I don't know. It's always been a personal thing I wanted to do. But it's always been a promise to something, because like I feel like, and not to get too much on the tangent, but I feel like us as a society, especially as a Western society, I feel like we put ourselves in a box of things that we but we never exist. You're born, you go to school.
Now repeat that, you froze.
Oh yeah, I was like, well, I said I feel like we put ourselves in a box. We get trapped in the matrix. And the matrix is we go to school, we work, we raise a family, and we die. And is that all that life has to offer? Like, nah, it can't be. So I want to see more. Like, I want to do more. So it's like eventually I want to leave America and get out, branch out. You know what I mean? Like, and I want to go to different places and explore and stuff like that. But I also want to live in another country, to experience what life has to offer. And it's got nothing to do necessarily with the state of the country right now, because it's been a desire of mine for years,
right,
to leave America.
right,
So it's just funny that now, everybody's talking about it like crazy, and I'm like, I've been wanting to leave. I just ain't told nobody.
right.
So yeah.
I was telling moms about how Jeff likes to travel and everything. I'm like, speaking of that, I said the one thing about traveling, I mean, moving out the country, I would love to not move, but I like to see this go out the country. Definitely go to Ireland one year. Definitely on the list Canada. But like, I don't know, I could actually move out the country. Like, I feel like I would be leaving all my people behind me. Like, man, like then you get sick out there. You gotta, what I mean, you gotta wait a month to get some family out there. Like, that's the one thing I don't want to do. Like, get sick out
Yeah,
there. Dang, well, like, man, you out there by yourself.
because it's tough to like bring people with you, because they like, nah, I ain't going.
Exactly.
Dude, I had to debunk his theories and everything, because I was talking to this one dude, good homie of mine, who was on the phone the other day. He was talking about, oh well, you know, you don't trust our government system, so like, you're gonna go to another country, like you're gonna trust their government. I was like, let's get this clear. I don't trust no government. Like, it's not about the government. Yeah, like it's not about the government for me. Like because if that's the place, any country, state, province, prefecture, whatever you want to call it, they're all corrupt at the end of the day.
Oh yeah.
My whole thing is, you got to go somewhere where it's the best situation for you. Once again, focusing on things you can control, not what's out of your control. The government, out of my control. Government don't care about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's out of my control. Like, I'm only focusing on, okay, what can I do to make me happy?
Right.
Period. And that's how you got to go about it. And that's why people pick up and move, even within your own country, like the US. Why do people pick up and move from California to Dallas? Or like they're moving because it best suits them. Oh, it's too expensive in Cali. Texas is cheaper, I'm gonna move there. Oh, there's more jobs in Texas, and Cali is more superficial. This is like things that people have moved from Cali to Texas have told me personally.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, I don't want to live there because people are shallow and there's more Southern hospitality here. People actually say hi to their neighbors, all this other kind of stuff. Like, so they're moving not because there's some overall like hatred for Cali, or there's some overall like what's the there's some kind of a vibe that you're giving out. It's like it's all about the narrative. There we go. It's
Yeah.
like there's not an overall narrative on that particular place. It's just that people want to move where they are most comfortable. Where can I move? I can save the most money. Where can I move where I'll be the most happy in my life? Where can I move where my job isn't my priority? I need a job to make money, but it's not my priority. Like, I still want to go out and do things, experience things, have fun, all this other kind of stuff. So like people are moving to where it makes them the most happy. Like, not necessarily, oh, this country's messed up, so I'm leaving. It's like, well, every country's messed up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some more than others, but every country has its issue. No matter, even if I move to Japan, there's going to be issues in Japan. Like, even if I move to Australia, if I move to Africa, if I move to like Ireland, there's so many places like that you can go where they have their qualities where it's like, oh, that's better than America. Oh, America's better than here. Like, it doesn't really matter where you go, because everywhere you go, there's going to be an issue. It's just like if I had an issue on my job and I leave that job because I don't like it there no more. It was great at first, but I don't like it now. I go to another job. It's going to be great at first, but then I'm not going to like it. Years go on. At some point, you got to get to a point. Okay, do the pros outweigh the cons? Do the good outweigh the bad? And if that's the case, then that's where you got to go. So that's the whole thing about me moving. It's not necessarily about the outside world, like, oh, what's going on with the government and Black Lives Matter and all this other kind of stuff. So like that's why I'm leaving. It's like, nah, like I just want to go and experience life outside of another country. Not saying I would do it forever, like move and never come back, but I would like to, you know what? I would like to do like maybe live a 5-year period abroad just to experience it.
Right.
Now, whether I come back or not, don't know. Like my cousin, she lived in Beijing for 3 years, and she came back before this whole Rona thing got out of control. So now she's talking about she teaches in Houston. So now she wants to go to Thailand. She wants to move to Thailand. So and the only reason she came back to America was because of everything that was going on. She wanted to be near family, stuff like that. But for the most part, everybody I know that lives abroad, they always say like, yeah, it has its issues, but at the end of the day, I'm only coming back for monumental occasions. Like we have like a wedding, a funeral, a reunion. But other than that, it's like, nah, we can do this.
Yep. And for me, it's like
A lot coming back. She came back because of circumstance, but she wants to leave again, you know? So yeah, it's just crazy, man.
For me, I don't even want to leave. I wouldn't want to move out of the country. I would move out of Dallas. Like my go-to spots right now is my main spot. I want to move to Seattle. It's Philly. I want to move to the East Coast. I don't want to move out west. I just want to move to the west, to the east. And like, I think I feel more connected out on the east. Because I've been to DC before. It's dope. I like it out there. But the East Coast is so fun. So much fun. I've been, man, I tell you.
Yeah.
So to say he been in New York, he'll tell you. East is fun. East is fun.
Yeah, New York was dope. New York was dope. Only been once. I want to go back. Yeah, New York was fire.
It's like I want to go. Yeah, I just want. That's why I would move if I could. Like you, like not even probably about 2 years.
Yeah, definitely had to tell people live in New York. Like,
what's that?
Yeah, like New York is a whole different. I say I don't know how people live in New York. That's the thing. Like with just the high rates up there, like, and you know, just like that climate, that culture up there. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, it's like I'll always visit New York. New York is an amazing city. So much to do in that city. Like I was there a week and I was just like, dang, like, you know, it's still. Yeah, you ain't even scratch the surface, and you're doing something every single day, like different things, and it's just so vast and, you know, enormous. Like you just, it's so much to do. So I just don't know how people personally live there. Like it's just so much. It's a lot going on.
I guess it's one of the things where if you from there, you get it. It's like people like, man, I don't know how y'all live in Texas. So dang hot. We grew up down here. This is all we know.
Yeah, exactly. They probably looking at us. How y'all live down there? Like, yeah.
But the thing about New York is, I know I got a couple homegirls that stay up there. One lives in the city, and one lives in the suburbs. Like she said, we don't live. When I first met her, we don't move. We don't live in the city. We live all the way out, like where it's cheaper. Like in the city, it's more expensive. This girl, stays in these some kind of house she stays in. It's like the landlord is downstairs and they live upstairs. It's like, it's crazy. So yeah, like the rent is ridiculous. Like it's a 3-bedroom of like I think they live in a 2-3 bedroom. Like it's like 1,000 something. Heck no, too expensive for my blood.
Yeah, cause like, and it depends too, cause like even like so like the place I'm staying now, like this apartment in Cali would probably be like 3 times what I'm paying. It would be crazy. Like I'm paying nowhere near 1,000. Like, so like this same apartment will probably be, you looking at like maybe we'll go $2,000 a month, like 2,500. Higher in San Francisco. People leaving San Francisco, they dropping like fly.
Man, I tell you, it's crazy. I wouldn't want to live out
there. People that work at Google, San Francisco is like turned into all the people that are cultural, they're moving out.
And they moving here. And
yeah, everybody moving to Texas. Eventually, so many people are coming to Texas that we gonna be the next expensive state. We gonna be as expensive as Texas and or as expensive as Cali and New York and all the other kind of stuff because people are migrating here. So it's gonna make the rate go up.
yep, and they building everywhere you go. They building new high-rise apartments and everything.
Yeah,
Like
it's like, oh, everybody coming here. Oh, okay. Well, we gonna go up too. Like it's just inflation.
Man, and we gonna be leaving, and they prices gonna be going down out there. Like, all right,
Yep.
this too expensive. Like I said, I couldn't do that. But the only thing but to be honest, the only thing keeping me from literally moving to New York to the East Coast is the snow. The snow.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Yeah, you got to get out there and shovel that snow. That's a different kind of snow that they get up there, man.
Imagine you have to go to school in there.
Oh yeah, nah.
They
be shutting school down.
Sure. Not all the time. It depends. They be making fun of us. My homegirl, like, man, that little snow y'all get, that ain't
that little slush. What Kevin Hart say? The slush. Watch the slush. That ain't no snow.
They get like 15 inches of snow and still gotta go to school.
Right. Yeah, crazy.
I ain't with that. I am not with that. And then also, I ain't got no coffee right now. This is the coffee joint portion of the show. I ain't got no.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a make a little confession. It's actually tea, but I mean, yeah, I ain't got no coffee.
Man, but yeah, man. But speaking of traveling and everything, I've been knowing you for a while. I've never asked you this. What got you into traveling? Because a lot of cats our age don't really be traveling like that. And we met in our younger years too. Like, I'm going to this place, that place. Like, what got you into traveling? Like, what made you know what? I'm going to see the world. What was that thing in you that, like, I want to go travel now? Like, what was it? And what was your place you went to?
Well, I know travel because I've always wanted to do it. So I don't think there was actually a motivation that just like something that snapped. Like I think it was I met a group of friends back in 2015 who they were travelers. And I always said like, oh, I always wanted to go, but I have nobody to go with. And it was like, oh, well, all right, come with us. So we went to different places, just like little places, like just road trips, like here and there, just outside of Texas, road trip to Arkansas, different places like that, like Arizona, stuff like that. So eventually it got to a point of where, I just want to see the world because like, I remember specifically one thing that did change my life though. I was riding on DART. I was riding on the train before I had a car. And I remember I was going downtown. I had a gig downtown, a show. And so I rode the train downtown. I'm talking to this older black guy. And he said he was 49 years old at the time. And mind you, this was in 2015. And we were having a conversation. I was like, kind of similar to this. I was just like, yeah, like, I just want to get out of Dallas. I just want to see like, other stuff. Cause I grew up, my mom was in the medical field. So anytime she caught eye on a good job, we just left. So, I've been to like Iowa, New Orleans, Atlanta, all these different places. So, it was easier for me to go around. But now that I'm older, it's like, oh, okay, I'm not going with moms. It's going to be either with a group of friends or it's by myself, solo travel. So now it's like, oh, okay, like, to do it on my own without being forced to move because I was forced to move because I'm with my mom. So now that I'm grown, it's like doing it on my own. I was talking to this guy on the train and he said he never been outside of the city limit of Dallas. Never been outside of Dallas. So he's 49 years old. I said, you ain't been to, like, and I tried to boil it down to the lowest possible molecule. I said, so you never been to Fort Worth? You never been to Austin? You never been to Houston? You never been, like, I'm trying to keep it within the state. Like, forget traveling outside the state or abroad. I'm trying to simplify it. Like, so you never even been like 30 minutes down the highway to Fort Worth? Like, he was like, no, like, all I know is Oak Cliff. All I know is Dallas. And I said, hell no, not me, not me. I said, you did not just take your yeah, like that's what he said. That's what he said, fam. And I was like, so 49 years old, and you've never been outside of the city of Dallas. Not me. Yeah, like, and I said, nah, I'm gonna see the world, bro. And he said, yeah, don't be like me. Go see the world. Now, I will say, if anything sparked me to travel, it would be that conversation. That combo with that guy on the train. And you know, shouts out to that guy wherever he is in life now, probably still in Oak Cliff. I don't know. But wherever he is now, shout out to him because like I don't even know dude's name. It was just a random convo with a stranger on a train. And they say don't talk to strangers. But if I don't talk to strangers, how can I make a friend? And if I didn't talk to that stranger, I probably wouldn't be traveling now, be wanting to be ambitious and see the world. So I thank him for that. You know, that was like a little blessing in disguise. But that convo is what sparked me. And then in 2016, I remember, you know, we was doing like road trips and stuff like that. And then 2017 is when I went to Cali for the first time. So went to LA and then went to San Francisco, then went to New York, went to Canada, Toronto, went to Seattle, went to Vancouver, like, you know, Colorado, all these different places. So the Grand Canyon, like all this other kind of stuff. The Niagara Falls, we went to Niagara Falls when we was up there. So like I got to see all these different places. I still want to go to DC, like Yellowstone, like Yosemite, like it's things I want to see. And that conversation sparked all of that. And then after that, I started making, you know, the music started getting influenced, like Hello World and Time Lapse, which is coming out on the new album, like, you know, and so many other songs that I'm a write because of that one conversation. So if anything sparked me to travel, like, you know what, I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna go. Probably that conversation with old dude on the train, for sure.
I actually know somebody like that. I got a homeboy like that. Never, like, you ain't never like him and his mom never been outside. I don't know whether they don't want to do it. They too cheap to do it. I don't get. I'm like, bruh. And it's kind of the mentality that he had. Like, man, I know we got a homegirl. Like, she's always in Arkansas with her family. Like, yo, she always in Arkansas. She always out there. Like, I mean, what's that? What's wrong? What's wrong with that? Like, would you want to know more than just Dallas? Like, all you know is Dallas. Like, I've been around.
Right.
I've been from Mississippi, Louisiana, uh, Vegas, DC, Maryland. I've seen I've been places, but like, I want to go more spots. But like saying, I just don't want to know Dallas. When I have kids, I don't want my kids to just know Dallas. Y'all want to, I'm gonna let y'all see something.
Right. Right.
That's just ridiculous. Like you 32 years old, you ain't never seen nothing else but what you've seen.
That's crazy.
And the cold part is how you said, have you ever been to Fort Worth? Have you ever been
Yeah. 30 minutes down the highway, right down 30.
It's like, not, I can't do that, man. Like, I can't do it. Just knowing Dallas. I ain't done here.
Fort Worth last week.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I'm like, man, I saw you like, I seen all kind of animals. Like, where the?
Yeah, man. Fossil Rim. Fossil Rim was dope, man. It had the giraffes there. It was like a safari. Like you felt like you was in Africa, bro. Right here. That's an hour down the road.
I'm like,
that's crazy.
I'm like, I was trying to figure out like, where the hell is this dude at? I'm like, I'm never
a reindeer. Like, where is this dude? Like,
right. Like, cause ain't no telling where Jeff gonna go. He ain't no telling where he gonna pop up. He ain't gonna tell you where he gonna be. He just pop up.
I'm gonna just pop up. You just gonna see me on Instagram. Why is this dude in Singapore? Like, what is happening?
He don't tell nobody that, so nobody knows what's going on. The last place he told him, y'all going to Japan, y'all. All right, cool. But Japan never jumped off. Like, all right.
Man, never jumped out, boy. If it wasn't for COVID, if it wasn't for the vid, boy, I'd be out of here.
Man, if
the Rona messed all that up.
Man, like we said, you would have still been there if you would have went there.
Bruh, stranded abroad? Yeah, man.
They would have had the full beard, dreads would have been looking disheveled. My man would have been all messed up.
People still these days.
Man.
Like, Cause them funds got to run out sometime.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like, you know, being trapped. It's one dude, it was a YouTube video I saw. This black dude, him and his wife, they've been in, if I'm not mistaken, I might get this right. I think they're in Turkey.
Right. I froze again. Y'all help me back.
But for the past 5 months, they just been stuck because they can't come back.
No,
so it's like, dang, what do y'all do? What do y'all do for income? Like, how do y'all? Because you still got your expenses, like whatever you paying here. Like, let's say my apartment, for example. If I'm stranded abroad, I got to take care of myself while I'm over there. But also, this area, when I come back, I got to make sure that this is paid for. You know what I mean? Like, so, yeah, that's crazy, man. I don't know how to do it. So, shouts out to people stuck abroad that hasn't gone broke yet. Like, I don't know.
Unless they family got it like that,
man. And the homies and me and the homies was going. So it was like, yeah, it was supposed to be 3 of us, basically, me and 2 other people going to Japan all together. Like, we had everything booked, like our flight, our train tickets over there, Airbnbs was all set up. Like, we had everything booked. Like, we had the whole 3 weeks in Japan mapped out. All we had to do was get on the plane, and then the Rona hit. I was like, why, fam? Why?
He called me the same day he found out. He was like, bruh, they canceled my ticket. He was like, man, I'm going somewhere. Like, I'm going.
I was hurt, bro. I was hurt.
Because he told me about Japan in 2015 or 16, wasn't it?
16, yeah. I called it. I said, man, I'm making a bold statement. By 2020, I'm gonna be in Japan. And I was so close.
Yeah. Man. I was like, yo, I was hyped for him. Like, yo, man, I'm saying that if you go to the Tokyo Dome, bring me back something.
Right. Oh yeah, I can't. You know how many people will be mad at me if I go to Japan and bring back nothing? Fam. Man. Nah, you gotta bring back something.
Man. Bring me back.
Gotta bring back some souvenirs. Gotta bring the nears back. You know.
He went to Canada. He brought back maple syrup. Like, yes.
Oh yeah, authentic. Yeah, man. Like Canada was dope. Toronto and Vancouver. I want to go back. I want to go to Banff. But what I want to do is make the drive. It's like an 11-hour drive, 10-hour drive, something like that. But I want to make the drive from Vancouver to Banff National Park, because the drive is supposed to be one of the most, if not the most beautiful drive that you'll ever make in all of North America, from Vancouver to Banff. So definitely want to make that drive. And then I would fly in one way into Vancouver, rent a car, van, truck, whatever. I rent a vehicle, drive to Banff, and then just fly one way from Calgary back to Dallas.
Man, so, there's a guy on YouTube. He's called The Van Life. You would love this show. He lives.
Bro, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I watch. Dude, yeah, I'm in tune.
Like, I saw a video. He was in DC, and it was snowing. Like, it was coming down. He had all set up. That dude, he broke out the Dutch oven, he made some beef stew. I'm like, yo, this dude out here cooking in the snow.
Yeah, cooking it up.
I'm like, man, I don't think I can live like that. That ain't my cup of tea right there. But he be getting down.
Yeah, this is more my cup of tea. I don't know if I can
do that.
I don't know if I can do the van life. But hey, I thought about it at one point, you know, when stuff crossed the mind, because I be on YouTube just watching TV and whatnot. Bro, some of them vans, like, they be buying like old 80s, 90s vans and whatnot and decking them joints out. They'll put like thousands of dollars into these vans and renovate them. Like, I done seen people have a whole bed, like a whole shower system and a toilet, like, set up inside of a van, a regular size van. They didn't change the size of the van. It's just how they modeled the inside made it seem to like you got a house on wheels. And it's like, dang, man, like, people are getting creative out here, because people, and you know what it is?
What it is?
Like I said, people are trying to escape the matrix. They want to escape this. Like, why am I paying this high rent? Like, why am I paying for a car note that depreciates thousands of dollars over the years? You know, like I said, like this car note, that car I got right outside there. Once I'm done paying on that car, that's it. Like I will never get another.
Oh, he froze. Hold on, he'll be back, y'all. Y'all too, if
Ever
he froze.
I'll either fall off or I'm a, I was like, I'm gonna ride this car until the wheels fall off. I'll take public transportation or I'll just get a cash car. But I will never get another car loan, finance a car as long as I live. And I tell, like, my mom wants a new car. I said, we're getting a cash car. Like, because what you don't want to do is get an $18,000 car, but really you're paying $30,000 because the interest rates are so damn high. So you're paying, you know how long, it doesn't take long to pay off $18,000.
Nope.
If you're making $400 a month, $500 a month consistently, never late, it doesn't take that long to pay it off. What takes you long to pay it off is that the interest rate is so high. That's why they lock people in 5-year and 6-year car loans, because you're not only paying for the car, but you're paying the dealership and you're paying the bank. So loans, you're paying 3 different people. So instead of just paying on the car, you're paying the dealership and the bank. That's why it takes so long to pay it off. That's why people get repossessed and they file for bankruptcy, because if it was just as cut and dry as paying on a house, the house isn't the issue. It's the fact that you have to pay the lender.
Yep.
Really, you have to pay the landlords. Like, oh, like it's only XYZ. It only costs this much. Why is it taking like 10 years, 20 years to pay that off? It seems like if I do the math, carry the one, blah, 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 it should take me 5 years to pay this off. Why am I still paying for this 20 years later? It's because of interest.
Yep.
It's because of taxes. It's because of inflation, like all these different things. And people are trying to escape that. So what they're doing is people are selling everything. They're selling their TVs. They're selling their gaming system. They're selling their coffee tables. They're selling refrigerators. Everything in the house, getting rid of everything that has any type of value. And they're moving into their car and they're decking these things out. That's why the inflation of van life has gone up. That's why people are getting tiny homes. That's why people are moving to the country where their next door neighbor is a mile down the road instead of my next door neighbor being right across the hall. Yep. Because living in the city is expensive. Living, period, is expensive. And just breathing on this earth is draining my bank account. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just breathing is draining that joint. And so people are trying to escape the matrix. And that's what the matrix is, the whole system of how everything is set up. And people like that are considered to be weird, or, oh, why would you get a tiny house? Why would you live in your van? Like, and it's like, fam, living in my van for a year, do you know how much money I save? Not having to pay $1,000 a month on rent, not having to have a car note because I paid cash, $3,000 cash for this van and just spent my own money to deck it out. So while you're paying like $12,000 a year, and while you're paying like $8,000 a year on a car that's going to take you 6, 7, 8 years to pay off, I don't have those issues. I'm not paying that. So I'm saving $1,000 a month. I'm saving because I don't have a car note. All I have to pay is insurance. Yeah, van life, tiny home life, like that's the way to go now.
Yep.
Because it goes against the norm of what people know. What we know is this, brick and mortar. We know brick and mortar. We know getting an apartment. Like when it's like, and it's funny because these are the things that I've been able to think about during this time, during Corona. It's like, oh, it lets you sit down and evaluate your life. Like, dang, like I could save so much money if I got rid of this. If I sold that, if I did this, you know what? If I didn't live here, like all these different things. And so it causes you to think, what if I lived abroad? What if I lived in a van? What if I did tiny home? What if I like all these different things? And it's like because the brain is always moving. Like, how can I save $1?
Yep.
Like,
you wanna know what's
how
funny,
can I save $1?
I knew a cat. He used to work at this tea shop in the Galleria before it was Tivana. I think it was something else before it was Tivana.
Yeah.
And dude, super cool guy. He told me he worked at Starbucks, and he was telling yo, me and him, and it was him and his girlfriend. Like, yo, that's just like you said. I thought he was crazy. He said, yo, me and my girl, this is what we're about to do. I'm like, what? We're about to buy a bus, and he's gonna see the world. We're gonna dick. I'm like,
huh? You know it's serious when Tony take the glasses off. Like, what? What you say?
I'm really trying to process it. Like,
right.
And I told my moms about, she's like, buy a bus, and I'm like, yeah, they gonna buy a bus and deck it out and just travel. Like, he said, yo, if you want to come to, you can always welcome with a scuba. I'm like, bus. I'm like, how is this? I'm like, I'm not getting what he's talking about. Then I said, I'm like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, it's a whole movement. It's a community.
It's like, I get the fact that you want to, but I don't think I could do that for a long time. Like, I think it would feel, where's my mail gonna come from? How I'm gonna get, like, you're gonna have to stay in the same.
You got to go paperless on everything. Like, everything is email now. If you do that, like, ain't no mail.
You really on the grid. Like, you really off the grid. Ain't nobody gonna be able to keep up with you. But I wouldn't, that's a lot. I think at one point
it's an adjustment. It's a change. It's different from what we know. So it's a change. Yeah. Like, I don't think I could do that for a long period of time, but like, I see why people test it out and try to experiment with it for like, oh, I'm gonna do it for like a couple years and see how, it works out. But it's an adjustment. It was one dude I was watching on YouTube. He said he'd been living in his van for 10 years, fam. But what he's been doing is, he has some kind of corporate like office job at like somewhere in downtown San Francisco.
Okay.
So what he was doing is he was have his van and he was driving around to different places to park, and he had a membership at the YMCA, so he would take showers at the Y. And so, because he didn't have one in his van, so he was doing all kind of little things to avoid being in an apartment. He did that lifestyle for 10 years. And now this dude said he has saved so much money, because you got to remember, no car note because it's a cash van, and no apartment. So you're not paying rent every month. The money he said he has saved over 10 years from not having a car note and not having an apartment has been monumental. Because you got to remember, just because you don't spend the money, just because I don't have an apartment, just because I don't have a car, that don't mean I go out and buy everything else with that money. No, what I do is stick that money in savings. I make sure that that's shoebox money. So if let's say my car note was $500 a month. Let's say my car note was $400 a month, $300, whatever your car note is. If you don't have that note anymore, keep paying yourself as if you do. So every month, like once I pay my car off, I'm going to still pay the same note, but I'm going to pay it to my savings account and just keep that money going. So he said he was doing that for 10 years. So let's just think at minimum, because San Francisco is more expensive than Texas, Dallas, obviously. So let's just say $1,500 a month for rent, $500 car note. That's $2,000 a month. And people are paying that every single month. That's why people are living paycheck to paycheck, because you can make so much, but if you're spending it on those things, then you're not really saving as much as you could be. So let's just say $2,000 a month for 10 years. What's 2,000 times 12? 24,000. 24 times 10, 240,000. So potentially he could have saved $240,000 over the course of 10 years because he lived in a van for 10 years.
That's ridiculous.
That's what people are saying. And you can't save that kind of money living in the Matrix. You just can't.
I'm with that. Like, me, like it's like one of the things, like, you can't, if by choice, I don't think I could do it. I really one of the things, like, I really would have to, like, you know what, I'm about to do this. Like, if somebody just got to, I can't take this. After this apartment, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Drive.
Something got to snap.
I want to know what kind of mental space you got to go to like, I'm really gonna, after this lease up, take my car and just rough it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want to know I would like to sit down and talk to them, those kind of people, to see where that mind frame, like, how do you, like, it make it look so normal. Like you still go out and function in the world like nothing, like, oh, and you can't say, I'm about to go home, van outside.
Van across the street.
All you got to worry about is them parking tickets and getting towed. That's all you got to worry about. If you get towed, you was done.
What if they told you while you sleep in your van?
Damn.
Yo, what if you get told
in a bus barn or something? Like, man.
Yo, you'll be so mad. It's like, hey, I'ma just stow away. I'ma just wait until they slip that gate open, like, cause they gotta bring more cars in that they towing. As soon as that gate open, I'm driving out that joint. Like, they don't even know what's about to happen. Like,
y'all just don't know. These windows, y'all don't know what's about to happen.
Yeah, y'all don't even know what's in here, man. I'm gone. Like, man, I ain't paying that.
Man, but yeah, man. Other than that, man, before we wrap up out here, man, anything you want to bump or promote or tell people you're working on anything?
I'm working on a self-titled album called Altitude, which, of course, my man here, Tony Jones, is on, has a stellar verse on that joint. That, thanks for coming through on that.
Problem, brother.
Yeah, so working on the self-titled album, Altitude. And yeah, it's gonna be 12 tracks coming out, early spring 2021. So yeah, man, be on the lookout for that. Don't have an exact date yet. I have a projected date in my head, but I don't want to say the date and not meet the date. So I'm gonna just say spring of 2021. But yeah, like it's literally like right there, so close to being done. Like we're literally in the last just editing process phase, finding what's the cut, what's gonna make the cut, what's gonna make the next album, stuff like that. But man, it's so close to being done, bro. So yeah, just have that album is coming out spring, early next year. And yeah, other than that, man, just knocking out features for people, which after I get off this call, I gotta record a verse for a homie of mine in Virginia. So I gotta lay that verse for him because I kind of promised him I'd have it done last week. So yeah, I didn't meet the deadline on that one. Like, I hit him up, told him I'm gonna knock it out today. So I'm gonna send it to him today. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing after this call. And yeah, man, it's just chilling, man.
Before I forget,
the album, knocking out features, working, trying to save money. That's it, man.
Before I forget, you gotta let me know what was the idea behind this Altitude album. Like, no project window. That's about. But what's the idea behind the self-titled album? Is it more like we're gonna get to know who you are, or it's just like you just named Altitude just because that's who you are? What was the reason you named it, made it a self-titled?
It's self-titled because I want people to know who they're listening to. A lot of times when we listen to music, we don't know the artist. We even there's a song called I think it's called Tribe, or it's something like that. I know it's with Boss and J. Cole.
Right.
And J. Cole had a line in there. He was like, they don't know the real me. They only know Cole. They only know Cole. Oh, but they don't know Jermaine. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, yeah, like they don't know the real me. They only know Cole. And it's kind of like that. It's like, you're listening. It's called Altitude. My rap name's Altitude. But I'm naming it that because I want to go beyond the artist. Like, I want you to know who Jeff is. Like, I want you to know, like, oh, okay, when the lights, cameras, and all that is off, like, even right now, we're not performing. So what's up? who's the real Altitude? Who's Jeff? I want you to know like my private life, like what's been going on, the demons I've been dealing with, the hurdles, the ups and downs, like the emotional roller coaster, like even how I start off. One of the first songs on the album is going to be talking about brokenness. Like, you know what? Like, I just feel so broken. Like, I feel like, you know, I'm trying to basically be something I'm not. And so it talks about breaking that down. And then it talks about reconstructing the mind of like, oh, okay, now I know who I am. Let me get back to that. Like, so yeah, it's basically going to be diving into like, oh, snap. Like, I feel like instead of listening to an album, a rap album, I feel like I just listened to this dude for an hour tell me who he is. Like, it's just in music form. You know, it's in a music format. It's got a rhyme over some dope beats and stuff like that. But instead of just, oh, it's a rap album by Altitude, it's like, no, like this is almost like autobiography. It's like a memoir. It's like like you literally just sat me down and instead of rapping to me, you just said, hey, tell me about you. That's how the album is. It's basically like if somebody interviewed me and said, okay, Altitude, tell me about you. Who are you? That's the album. That's why it's self-titled.
Okay. I'm with that.
Yeah.
Hey, like always, y'all better get this album in the drop because it's gonna be dope.
It's gonna be fun, bro. And I don't even big my own album up like that. Like even the first one, Project Window, like I love it. I was listening to it the other day. You know, just like it came on through a Spotify shuffle, and I was like, oh snap! Like I came on. All right, I ain't gonna skip it. Let me hear myself because sometimes I don't like to hear myself. Like it's for others.
Don't feel bad. Don't feel.
Bad. Yeah. So you know, I don't like to hear my own work. You know, because it's in my head already. It's memorized. Like I'll never forget my own lyrics. So it's like, yeah, like I never have to. Even when we perform, like I don't have to necessarily listen to my own music. Only time I listen to my own music is like when we're rehearsing, about to get ready for a show, but like just in my spare time, yeah, like I don't really listen to my own music. So, you know, when it came on Spotify the other day, I was like, oh snap, all right, I'll listen to myself. What's up?
Right.
But the first one, I feel like it was good, but there's always room for improvement. It could be better, stuff like that. So this time around, this album, in 2021, bro, like I think I'm gonna knock this one out the park, man. The stuff that I have recorded so far, I feel so good about it, and yeah, man, just ready for people to hear it.
Same, man. I can't wait to hear it, man. I'm excited. I'm honored to be a part of it. I'm always honored when people like, yo, get on this project. All right, cool, man. Appreciate it. You know, so I'm like,
yeah.
And I know it's gonna be dope. And speaking of project, I don't remember you promoting it like that when it first came out.
I didn't really promote it, like, and of course, after it was out, like I was saying something, but I want to lay the foundation, the groundwork for this one, like have people excited for it. You know what I mean? Like instead of like, oh, you got an album out? Okay, I'll check it out. Nah, I want it to be like, oh, his album's coming and I'm ready to check it out. It's a difference in mentality. So yeah, promoting this one a lot more than I did the first one, for sure.
And it's something we both can agree on. It's like I didn't do enough. I can say I didn't do enough of my album. Not that it was bad. I'm just saying I didn't get to do the promotional stuff that I wanted to do creatively. Like visually, I didn't do all that. And I know you said visually, you want to do your visuals, you want to get everything done, you want to do everything right. So I'm like, and I tell everybody this, I even told you, and I'm letting the listeners know again, like if I knew this was gonna happen, Hero would have never came out. I would have, you know what, this ain't coming out. I would have waited. I probably would have waited longer and just probably waited to do some more visuals and whatever. But yeah, man.
Right.
But yeah, that's how I feel about it. I can't wait. Like I said, once again, can't wait to hear that project. You know,
you got it. You got anything dropping in 2021? What you working on?
Man, like I said, I'm working on some. I got a couple of songs right now. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I know I want to do a project, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. Yes, yeah, I have an idea what it's turning. It's turning into something, but yeah, what it's turning.
Give me on something, bruh. I'm ready to write, bruh.
I got something for you. I got something. I think I got
something. Ready to let the pen fly, man.
I'm ready. I think I'm gonna put you on the one I told you about that I need. You may have to stretch the beat out, the extend the beat, but I got some. The one I told I wanted to get a spoken word on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I may just take that spoken word and give you a verse because it's dope when you hear the message behind it. Oh dang, he ain't playing on this joint.
Okay. Bet.
Yeah, man. But y'all tune in. This is gonna go up next Monday or Friday. Cause I got one dropping this Monday.
That's a wide range, bro.
What you say?
I said that's a wide range, bro.
I know. I got these mugs dropping like back to back. I got so many dropping. I'm trying to keep this YouTube channel popping again. So
what I noticed is a lot of my friends been starting to be more consistent. Like Mylene is starting to pick up consistency. You being consistent. I'm being consistent on my YouTube channel. I got 2 videos ready to go up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like you know, my other homie, they like working on stuff. So it's like everybody has their creative juices flowing right now. It's like, you know what? Now or never. So I'm gonna just put it out and it is what it is instead of waiting and being perfectionist, you know. So like, yeah, everybody's like they on that train now, man. And I'm the same way. I'm like, you know what? I want it out there. I'm gonna make sure it's to the best of my ability, but yeah, it's gotta go out. Like I'm tired of holding on to. I'm tired of being Dre with the detox. I'm tired of holding on.
And I know.
Yeah, I'm tired. I gotta get it out now, man. It's that time.
Oh yeah, and I know I said we're gonna get up out of here, but we get stuff keeps popping up. Like, yo, I'm dope. I'm happy. I'm glad that you brought sound check back, bro. I'm hype you brought that back because the last one like 3 years ago that you brought it back. Like, all right, he brought it back. Fine, and I'm happy with this. I've been tuning in every last one.
Man, appreciate it. That's crazy that it's been 3 years since I did that, man.
I don't know why you stopped.
Yeah, like it was the motivation, man. Like, and so now it's like I'm motivated to where I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep it going. Like, you know, and I wanted to get on that consistent basis and not burn myself out. So I said, you know what? 1 episode a week. That's all you get from me. So that way I'm putting something out. It's on a consistent basis, but I'm not getting burnt out. Right. So yeah, man, I definitely got to have you on either, if not the next one, for sure the one after that. So like sometime in December, I want to have you on for sure.
Cool, because you're the reason I got back on YouTube. When I saw you brought back soundtrack, let me get back on. This dude too back on. Let me get back on now.
Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe that first week in December, you know, like after Thanksgiving, everything blow over, stuff like that. That maybe that first week in December, I want to have you on.
All right, cool, most definitely.
Yeah.
Like always, I thank y'all for tuning in. This is a lengthy episode. Gave y'all a lot of information.
But a good one.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, you got to give them a lot of good information. Like I say, make sure y'all comment, like, subscribe, follow my boy Altitude. I am Altitude on Twitter and on Instagram, _ I am Altitude on Instagram. And that's about it, y'all. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
We out of here.